Okay, this is a quick recording for Gapple. Going over an issue that has kind of just been there. This is an issue that I keep seeing. Yeah, sub chat. Thank you, Oblivious. Oblivious and Skalman are here. Skalman's in a library.
Make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Comment down below if more content like this. Hit the bell.
So we're going into this next fight. We are looking pretty good. We have the Rampage. They've only got the Kitsune, but they're getting close to their Juno ult. We don't have a whole lot of ults, so we're largely just looking for the neutral. Ideally, we force out the Suzu, and we can go for our Rampage. That's our win condition. That's how we plan on winning this fight. Okay, to do that, we're going to need a kill box, because we talked about this. We were talking about what else we have, what else they have, and where our kill box is going to be. So we can decide, okay, they have the Kitsune. Got to be aware of that. We can kite that, or we can just play really, really aggressively and engage before they have that up. And we know we want to probably use our Rampage, because it's the one that we have and it can win a fight. Killbox right now, probably this choke, because we are expecting them to go through it. So okay, we got that. We got a position for it. Let's see if we do that. We want our core to be together and our tracer just on a bit of an off angle. Alright, have we done that? For the most part, yeah. I think Oblivious probably could be a little bit closer because we're planning on going in immediately once they hit our kill box. So we need to make sure the amp is there to be there immediately, because we don't want to wait for our Lucio to get there and then venture ult. These things need to be super quick. Tracer, for the most part, is there. Could be a little bit farther forward. And our Juno, a little bit behind, but has the fly available. Has the ring if she really needed it. So not super worried about it. The Juno will be able to see us. Alright, looks like we're pretty much set up. However, things will not be so simple for us, because as we can see, because our tracer will see this, our venture, I don't know, we're hiding? I don't know why we're so far back, but our tracer will see this. Oh, guys, they're rotating far left. So you know what that means. We have to change our kill box. This is not going to cut it anymore, right? And we presumably we're peeking this. We can see they're making this rotation. So we need to make that adjustment, right? Because we want to play aggressively. We want to take these chokes at these kill boxes, these specific kill boxes, this choke or this choke, because it minimizes the rotation we're going to have to make, which is ideal because we're playing a brawl comp. We don't want to take that poke. And they're running a poke comp. So if they have no space to play with, they're not going to succeed. Unfortunately, our venture is still spamming this choke, and our tracer is still standing there, despite our tracer seeing them make this rotation. Do we think they're just going to go back to that choke? Surely not. They're going to go through this one. But it takes so long. Eventually, we realize this. But it's like, why did this take so long? It shouldn't, and it can't. Because now we have to rotate into them. Now, I think we do still make it. Just through, like I said, you guys have really good mechanical abilities. You can take duels and win. That is not a problem. And it will be enough to win some fights. But throughout the rest of the map, it isn't enough to win enough. So in theory, what we want to do now is speed our venture in and engage. And our tracer will be there, probably with a couple blinks less than we would like, but our tracer can get there. But that just doesn't happen, because despite the fight happening over here, our supports are so far back. So far back. Partially because they're getting poked out by the Pharah. Well, why can the Pharah just openly fire on our supports without having to worry? Because our DPS are miles away from the fight. And that's a part of our venture's not there, but maybe if our venture and Lucio were together, we could get the venture there faster, and so our supports wouldn't have to worry as much about the Pharah. You want to take fights quickly, otherwise the Pharah will just accrue enough value, which we're trying to prevent. Now, like I said, great mechanical plays. We end up getting the picks we need. Good stuff, DPS duo. But it didn't have to be that close. It did not have to be that close. So good stuff. We won anyway, but we could see in that fight the problem. Like our supports were getting crushed. And we took a lot of poke damage. Our queen, I think, died? Yeah. Which is just completely unnecessary. This fight, we're set up to do the same thing. But like, why aren't we sending in our venture already? Part of the reason, our venture is nowhere to be seen. We're not speeding our venture in because the venture is a mile away and they're already engaging onto us. You don't have to be creative. Just do what your composition wants you to do. We'll still win. We have the ults. We hit a good rampage. But it's kind of like a big recurring theme in a lot of these maps. Like, yes, we win, but like, it's the rampage and that really just secures it. The 2 picks that they're just unable to recover from. It works fine for this point, but it's not going to work for the other points. Because then, as we're going to see on this next point... Is it this one? Let's see. Yeah, it is this one. Our inaction, which part of the reason we're not making those early rotations is because of that inaction, will cost us this objective. And how can we prevent inaction? The biggest thing is simply making those calls. What ults you are going to use. What ults they have that we have to worry about. And the kill box. And if we know where the kill box is and we are changing it based on what they are doing to best reflect the most optimal place to play, then we will succeed in these fights. So this is not what I'm interested in looking at. I don't think. It's at the fight where we beat. Is it this one? Well, probably this is true.
Yeah, it's this fight.
So we're playing up here. Why are we playing up here? Because it is the correct place. But only because we don't know where they're going to come from yet. There's 3 different places they could reasonably arrive from. I'd actually only argue because they're on Monkey, there's really only one place. It's here. Monkey does not want to come through any other place. I guess potentially here is valid. So you could say maybe 2 places. But like, why aren't we playing up? Why not play here? They're not going to go anywhere else. Like, Monkey doesn't want to walk up this tube. Are you kidding? That's terrible. If the Monkey does that, you just rotate over and win the fight. He's never getting out of that choke. But okay. We're just going to play on the point and just be a good little opponent and just sit in their hitbox. Sorry, not hitbox. Their kill box. Waiting for something to happen. We like kind of are like posing here. Why are we going in? Why not engage the Monkey? Who else is the Monkey going to dive? Our Juno? Juno can get out. That's not a problem at all. So why aren't we going in right now? The Juno was right there. We could go on the Juno. Plus, the monkey can't really jump away because we have the queen. The knife will make it basically impossible while it's sticking in him, giving us a window where we can just wail on him, force out cooldowns, not let them get set up. Because if we go in now, like, their Kiriko's not ready because they're marking each other. Their Sombra wouldn't really be ready, especially if we went in a little bit earlier up to this point. So let's do it. But instead, we let them get set up and engage on us. Now, like I said, great mechanical plays. Like Oblivious just 1v1s their Sombra, gets the kill. It works out for us. But then it's like here. Just in the situations like this, right? We have beat. Go into them. What are we waiting for? Right? Their monkey is half. They're resetting. Go in. You have beat. You have the Juno if you need it. They have nothing. And they're down one. Now we are two. But we have the ult advantage. We have the overhealth. Run into them. Their Tracer's 1. Speed in. Engage. But we don't. We just sit on the objective. Like it's some magnet. And our Tracer just ends up poking at them gently. We lose all the overhealth from the beat. And it's like we're just waiting for something to happen. It's infuriating. There's no reason. You guys will eat up this monkey. The monkey is such a non-issue for you. But we wait. We wait. We wait. The Tracer makes this incredibly long rotation all the way around. And then they get an engagement off. And it's a long fight. And we end up losing this point because of it. You could have won this map so easily. But because we just chose to be incredibly inactive. Like, we're looking at that 2-1 scoreline, and we're like, guys, we really need this point. We can't risk, I don't know, getting off the point because they have 0 percentage. It doesn't make any sense. So, it is, if we can get rid of this inaction and start playing at a tempo that we want to play at as this very hyper-aggressive composition, especially when you're playing the Juno that I don't really like, although specifically into what they're running with this monkey dive, Juno is not the worst, because now you have literally no one on your team that you're worried about being dove. So play super aggressive. So that's kind of been this entire map. We're just... In the other case, we just weren't playing fast enough. We weren't adjusting the kill box based on the information we had. And we never engage by speeding our venture in, opening up the fight with them, and following up while our Tracer is in an off angle, ideally in the back line. That is kind of just a recurring thing that kept on happening, and you just would have had it in the bag if you had just solved that one issue. So that is the point of this recording. I hope it was helpful just seeing your own play from this perspective, because honestly, you guys really played well. You won a lot of fights, and the only issues you have are so easily fixed. So, and I'm sure you can fix them. I have no concerns about that. So, hope that was helpful, and have a great rest of your day.